Hello everybody, how are you? Today I am going to be doing a March coffee and cards. I think that's what I'm just going to call it because I got my coffee and you know what I did? I didn't think there was a lot of creamer left in the container, so I just poured it into my coffee thinking there was just a little bit, and now I have more creamer than coffee. Not that that necessarily is a bad thing. I mean, it tastes delicious, but we don't need that much creamer, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just getting some incense lit. I'm using my Palo Santo incense. It smells so beautifully good. Go out. Thank you. So I have my incense going. I've been using these little fake tea lights lately, and I'm kind of digging the little vibe they give off. So I'm going to keep using those. And then I have my dishes of crystals. So this is my dish of all moonstone. I do have a piece of black tourmaline in here. And I have this heart, and I'm actually not sure, what it is yet. I have not ID'd it, but it's got a really nice grounding energy to it. So I keep this dish with me, and then I have this dish of amethyst. If you saw my chakra healing video, you've seen some of these. My pink calcite, my indigo gabbro. This crystal just appeared at my house, and I don't know what it is or where it came from. That just happens. It's kind of weird. Another amethyst, selenite, more black tourmaline, some Lemurian seed crystals right here, some Apache tears, some mookaite, my little mookaite heart that I love, and then 2 blue aventurines. I like to have crystals that go for all the chakras when I'm working with my cards and stuff. And then obviously I have my selenite wand for cleansing and clearing, and my new clear quartz point. And that just brings clarity to me. And I use crystals for intuition, psychic abilities, that type of thing to really call in my messages, bring in my messages, whatever you want to say. So I have tarot cards right here. We're going to do some tarot reading. I have my Heal Yourself cards. We're going to do some healing on yourself. And those come with a really great journal prompt, so I will do that. I have my Spirit Animal Oracle to get an animal message. I did not mean to slam those down. And then my angels and ancestors. So we'll see what our ancestors have to say about this month of March. And I'm sorry the smoke is going right in front of my camera, of course. And it gives it a witchy vibe, so that's all good. Okay, so some coffee. Gotta have the mom fuel. Gotta have the mom fuel. Okay, we're gonna start with a spirit animal message. So let's see what animal message is coming through. What I like to do is just call spirit into this space and to please guide my intuition towards the cards that have the messages that we most need to hear today. Okay, so let's see which animal is going to come through for us. I'm feeling this guy. Okay, so we have the peacock spirit. And the peacock is saying, let it shine. So if you can see, the peacock's got this beautiful light coming right from his heart space. And he's got his tail feathers all open and beautiful and vibrant. And so this card is reminding us to remember the beauty that we hold. And the beauty is not just, on the exterior, on the surface. That our beauty and the light that we shine comes from so far deep within, and it comes from our hearts. And that is what true beauty is. True beauty is when you are just this person of love and this person of light that just inspires others and shines your light so brightly that others always take notice and are just drawn to you and want to be a better person because you inspire that within them. And it's not just always being of love and of light. It's, there is a shadow side to everybody. And this card is saying, right now you have a really good balance going between your light side and your shadow side. You are in balance, you're feeling good, and you're able to let your light shine a little brighter and a little longer right now. You've kind of handled what you need to handle as far as your shadow self and your shadow side, and the darker side of your life right now is kind of taking a back seat. So you're letting yourself shine. You're letting your authentic self go out and go forward into the world. And you're not hiding it. You're like, girl, I am gorgeous. I am beautiful. I am shining my damn light wherever I damn well please. So shine bright this month, guys. This is your month to just be all out there and to share your beauty. Share your love, share your inspiration, share your wishes, share your dreams. Just be you and embrace it and love that. Okay, and then let's see what message our ancestors have. Whoops! Our ancestors have for us this month. So, ancestors, I love working with these angels and ancestors cards. I feel like I'm 25 steps ahead of myself today. They're just a gorgeous, gorgeous card, and they really bring forth the most beautiful messages. So let's see which ancestor has a message for us today. Okay, this guy right here. Okay, we've got the she-wolf. Unleash the wild within. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Okay, so this kind of does work with the peacock spirit card as well, because it's all about embracing the you that is inside that doesn't get to see the light enough, right? So this card is saying, embrace that wildness within you. Now, wild doesn't mean bad. It's not a bad wild. It's not a bad rebellious. It's not a bad resistance. It's letting loose what is in you that is tampered down by how society thinks you should act, or how your parents think you should act, or how your spouse thinks you should act, or how you think you should act. If you feel any part within yourself that really wants to be free and wants to be expressed and wants to be out in the world, out in the light, it's sick of hiding in the shadows, this card is saying to you, let it free. And if you're struggling with embracing all the aspects of yourself, work on your solar plexus chakra. That is the color yellow. It sits right about here. And that will really help you embrace, embody, and free the wild woman that is within you. And you can also work on your root chakra. And that is going to help you feel safe and feel secure in who you are and securing your personal identity. Not that you shouldn't work on all your chakras, but those two can really help you draw out the real you that is inside, that has been kind of pushed down over the years by different people and different beliefs and different thoughts that you've had that maybe just aren't, resonating with you anymore, that just aren't serving you anymore. So this is going to be a wonderful month to really step into who you are and let all sides of yourself shine and show through. Okay, so I'm going to set that down. And then let's go ahead and do a Heal Yourself, and then I'll get into the tarot cards. So these are the Heal Yourself reading cards, and they are very beautiful. I really enjoy working with them. They don't play small. Like, they let you know if you really got stuff you need to work on. Like, they're calling you out, and they don't give a fuck, if you know what I mean. Okay, so what do we need to work on this month? We need to work on selling out. Okay. So I am going to pull out the book because I do really like the book that came with this. So let's see what selling out is. Selling out. Your integrity and inner strength are being severely tested. You have an opportunity to act with either fear or love. Where in your life are you selling out or acting out of integrity? Are you in a job you hate? Are you living in a toxic environment and making yourself sick in the pursuit of financial security? This card asks you to find the courage to stand up for your convictions and take steps toward doing what you love. Selling out is linked to the shadow aspect of the prostitute archetype. When you connect to this archetype, you can examine your fears around survival, power, responsibility, and success. On the light side, the prostitute can lead you to freedom, self-expression, choice, and love. So again, we've got that freedom, self-expression, totally feeling it, guys. Okay, so how can you explore the prostitute archetype, and how can you work on where you're selling out in your life? You have to make a choice about whether you will use your power, talents, and abilities for selfishness and exploitation or the higher good. Take a few deep breaths and focus on your body. Become conscious of where in your body you feel like you are losing your energy and your power. Visualize your prostitute archetype It can look similar to this card or a darker version of yourself. Ask this archetype to show you where in your life you are selling out. Become aware of how this affects various areas of your life and your physical and emotional health. Ask your prostitute aspect to help you regain your inner strength and make empowering decisions. So it's all about finding where you're being drained and where you're playing small and where you're conforming, right? You're selling out. You're doing what other people want you to do. You're not standing in your true authenticity. You're not standing in your true power. So take time to focus on that. Focus, like it said, on where in your body you feel like that power is being lost, where that energy is being lost. And, really work on finding your true self and your true self-expression and how you can express that true part of you. Okay, so now I'm going to get into my tarot cards. And for the tarot cards, I'm just going to do an overall energy for the month. And then I'll do like a strength, a weakness, and maybe a challenge that's going to come up. And see how we do that. We see. Okay. So, this incense is now coming right at me. Woo! A little bit of a Palo Santo high. Okay. A couple more shuffles. Okay. So an overall energy for the month. A strength, a weakness, and a challenge. And then a message about that challenge. Okay, so for our overall theme, we've got the Five of Wands. So what we can expect is little annoyances getting in our way. So this isn't going to be anything huge that's like blocking your path, but you're going to find little kind of things that irritate, right? You're trying to get something done and the person that you're involved in this maybe project or relationship or whatever it is, there might be some bickering, like not arguments, not anything super big, but just like butting heads, feeling kind of blocked. You're going to feel a little bit blocked, like you're trying to get stuff done. Like there's a lot of action in this card. It's the Suit of Wands. It's fire. You're trying to burn forward. You're trying to burn bigger. You're trying to burn brighter. You're trying to do something. And you can see all the growth. So all the leaves represent the growth you're trying to take, but there's just something blocking your way. There's like a tangle here, like when you're walking through the woods and you come upon just this tangle of vines and stuff, and you're just like, okay, I can get through this. It's just a minor little block, but it's going to take time. So this month you might find, oh my goodness, my Palo Santo incense is really trying to choke me. Blow that way, sir. Blow that way. Okay. So it's all about not letting frustration take over. It's all about just keeping your calm, keeping your cool, because the more frustrated you get, the more angry you get, you're going to start burning, right? Fire, the element of fire. We're going to start seeing ourselves go from a nice, like, calm, gentle fire that keeps like the passion burning in us. And we're going to start, as we get angry, it's going to start building and building and building. And we're going to start seeing these big flames. And that's not a good thing, because that's when you're going to start burning. And you don't want to burn what you're trying to get through, because you're going to do more damage than if we just calm down, take our time, work through it. So whenever you come upon something that is just kind of blocking you a little bit, take a step back, breathe, and maybe try going at it a different angle or waiting until it clears to go forward in your action. Okay, so a strength this month is the Two of Cups. So a strength that we have is going to be an alliance, a partnership, a camaraderie, a friendship that we have with another person. So you might find that you need to rely on somebody else this month to help you accomplish what it is you want to accomplish. This can also indicate almost like a marrying of yourself with your higher self. So if it's something where you have not been spending enough time with yourself, with getting to know different sides of yourself, different aspects of yourself. This card can also indicate a need to do that. So if you're not listening to yourself enough, your intuition enough, because cups are water, so emotions, intuition, that type of thing, this can indicate maybe taking a step back and really letting your subconscious bloom and come forward and guide you. So if there's something that you are really struggling with, maybe reach out to somebody else who can offer advice. And if you're just not feeling the advice you're getting and you're feeling that blockage from the first card, go silent, go quiet, go within, listen to your soul, listen to what spirit is saying to you, how you're being guided, because you'll never be guided wrong by your intuition. You'll never be guided incorrectly by your subconscious, by your higher self. They always have the highest and greatest good in mind for you. So this is reminding you, just connect with yourself, be with yourself. Yep. Okay. So then for weaknesses, we have the 5 of Swords. And this is kind of, it's a lot kind of going on in this card. So what are our weaknesses going to be? I would say walking away. So when something comes up, there's going to be a very emotional response. So something's going to come up. Don't mind my son. He's enjoying himself over there under the blanket. Hide and seek, So it's almost like either somebody is putting up a wall to keep you out, or you're putting up a wall to keep somebody else out. Something that's causing an emotional reaction within you. You're in a place where you'd rather just walk away, close yourself off, don't want to deal with it, instead of just handling it head on. Which again, totally makes sense if you've got this card, which indicates, blockages, slight difficulties. And then this card here. So this could indicate, that other person here, or it could actually indicate that you are ignoring your intuition, that your weakness lies in the fact that you don't trust yourself. You don't trust your intuition. You're not trusting what's coming through, and you'd rather rely on your logic. You'd rather rely on the provable, the scientific side of things, instead of letting your emotions kind of rule. So this eye here is kind of going to the emotions, and then it's going to this guy who's kind of retreating. So that can be a sign like, hey, maybe let your intuition and let your emotions give you advice in this situation. Don't always need to, put up your walls and be defensive about everything. So, sometimes when we are too connected to our logical side, that can actually start to block off your heart chakra. And when your heart chakra is blocked off, when your heart chakra is not balanced, then you're going to be living from a very masculine energy, which is all about, standing tall, standing firm, not bending. So when you feel that you're right about something and you're not going to bend and you're not going to be swayed, you are absolutely right. That is what happened. That is your take. That's it. You're not going to be changed. That's when you're too masculine, and you want to let some of that feminine energy in. Even if you are right, there's still that fact that there are emotions at play, and you can still cause an emotional reaction within somebody else, even if you don't agree with it, even if you don't feel that they should feel that way. It's not your place to say how they should or should not feel, or what emotions should be felt. So this is just kind of remembering that. Remember to just step into your feminine energy, to step back and be adaptable and be changeable and be flowing and be willing to let your intuition take over sometimes, and let your emotions take over, and let yourself feel emotions. That's really what this card is kind of reminding us. When we just stay in a mind space, it's pretty dark down there. So, okay. And then a challenge. We have the King of Wands. as far as how this could be a challenge, so he is playing with fire. And the king is very, very confident. He is very, you know, he's got this energy that is like, I can do anything. I can accomplish anything. I can complete anything that I want. And if I don't get what I want, I'm not afraid to burn things down and, you know, create just havoc and destruction and let things just get out of control, right? Like an uncontrolled fire. It just burns and it destroys so many things. So a challenge this month is to not let yourself get to that point where things are burning out of control. And this really just ties in so much to the other cards, right? Not letting simple little blockages and frustrations get too big. Trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, reaching out to others for advice, not coming from too much of a headspace and letting your emotions come through. Again, fire is a very masculine element. So again, you've got the element of fire mixing with the element of air, and which is from the swords. Swords are the elements of air. So you've got this air from the swords blowing through, and what does air do? It makes the fire get bigger. So it's all about really controlling your reactions this month. Control your reactions. Don't let little things get blown out of proportion. Don't let them start to burn your entire life away. And then a message about the challenge is the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is very grounded. She's very secure. She's very rooted and stable and secure and safe in her environment. So she's saying whatever you're feeling uprooted about, whatever is making you feel unsafe or insecure or making you feel very off kilter or like things are really like up in the air. She's letting you know that this is not the case, that things are fine, that you don't need to have such reactions. Everything is going to work out. You are still very connected and rooted to the earth, and you just do not need to worry about it. And you don't need to let these things bother you as much as they are. She has a nice Mother Earth energy to her, and she's saying, I will nurture you. I will take care of you. We are going to grow through this together. So this month, really, it's all about not letting your mind run away and start to burn things in your life. Like really find a good balance between your logic and your emotions, your masculine and your feminine, your yin and your yang energy, and not to stand too tall in one or the other. So you don't want to be too firm. You don't want to be too watery or wishy-washy. And really just embracing and embodying that authentic self that you aren't showing. Just letting yourself shine, not being afraid to be you, and not selling out. So that is the tarot reading forecast for the month of March. We have the new moon in Pisces coming up. I will have so much more information about that coming. And I hope everybody has a beautiful and wonderful month ahead. Use this new energy to really just bring some amazing stuff into your life. I will see you guys again very soon. Bye.